guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a first impressions video for you. Today we've got a Kershaw, and I've got to tell you guys, it's been a long time since I was impressed by a Kershaw. I remember the last time that I got a Kershaw out of the box and was like, hey, this is pretty good, was probably a Blur, and I still think the Blur is a nice knife. I've had a couple of them and enjoyed them quite a bit. Since that time, the Kershaw knockout's pretty good, and I've still got one around. I'm not in love with the assist, but it's okay. The bare knuckle was okay, but I wasn't super like, hey, this is pretty good. I've got to say, this knife that I've got for you today, I find pretty impressive. There's a couple of things here that they've done in terms of construction that's a little different and pretty impressive. So let's get the box out of the way, get this guy opened up, and you can see right off the bat, one of the things that I love is the action on this. For a budget-ish knife, I can't remember what these go for. I think they're around 60 bucks, but for the price point, really nice. So well put together, some interesting choices. So let me quickly run through here what they've done in terms of construction and materials, and that's the one of the things that really stands out. So we've got D2 blade, very big belly here, stonewash and satin, which I do like. I love blades that have a little bit of contrast, a little bit of visual interest going on, a little bit of jimping here on the spine. It is a bearing pivot. So we've got a G10 handle, and if you look in here, you can see, other than the G10, there's not much going on. Subframe lock, which I love. I really like the technology of the subframe lock anyway, and on this knife, it's very well implemented. It disengages almost like a button. Like, it just feels so easy and so good. The flipper tab here is well placed. Notice how it's above the pivot, so you're going to get really nice leverage on that blade, and it is going to fly out. It really is fantastic. All right, so again, so I really love the action on this. I love the pivot. I love the subframe lock. I love the full G10. And then look at this clip. They've done a fantastic job with this clip. There are some screws under there that hold the subframe lock in, but I think they're also, in terms of planning, I think they help a little bit with retention in pockets, because everything here is quite smooth. This bit of carbon fiber laminate with some milling cut into it is fine. I guess it adds a little bit to the knife. To me, this would have been just as nice if it was pure G10. But I guess this gives it a little bit of flair, a little bit of, dresses it up a teeny bit. It's not, it's just essentially a carbon fiber looking sticker. So, it's not as if they've gone crazy with these beautiful, impressive materials the way they sometimes talk about what they've done here, okay? The clip, let me point this out, is one of this style of clip where the screw goes in the bottom and it's easily reversible. This is fantastic. I kind of wish more knives, even all knives, could do something like this. It just makes it easily switchable, and it doesn't detract from the design in any way. It's just a really nice way of doing it. And then we've got what looks to be either G10 or more of an FRN actually for the backspacer. Now, having done a quick rundown on the choices they made in terms of construction and materials, that stuff I'm really glad to see. It's a bit of a departure for Kershaw. We've got no HCR13 MOV here. I don't know how they were able to pull that off. We've got D2, which is a great upgrade. Very nice steel. They've done a great job with the action. Like, I can't believe I've had a lot of, budget-ish Kershaws over the years, and the action on this is fantastic. It's as good as a lot of knives that are double or triple the price. Like, it's just fantastic. Really snappy detent, near frictionless pivot. Like, it just drops. Just really impressive from that perspective. And then size and weight. Now, this is a little smaller than I normally like, and this is a knife I will say, if this was just a teeny bit bigger, I do think it would be an improvement, because I feel just a little cramped on this handle. The blade is fine. There's actually quite a bit of cutting edge for the size of this knife, but the handle could be just a hair bigger, and I've got like size large hands, and I just feel a little cramped. Not bad, but just a little like I wish there was a bit more room. So what we've got here is 7 and 11/16 overall on the size, 3¼ inches on the blade. You can see there's actually a little more cutting edge than that. So the cutting edge is closer to 3½ inches, 4 7/16 handle, 3½ inch grip area. Okay, so that's a little, I don't know, I just feel a little bit cramped there. And here's the thing that really stands out to me. This knife only weighs 2.6 ounces. 2.6 ounces. So if you want a knife to carry that you literally could, you might forget about it and put it through the laundry. It's that unobtrusive. Like, it's barely there. It really is well done that way. And so from that perspective, well, I wouldn't call this hard use or something I'd want, I don't know, if I had to jump out of a plane into the Arctic, this wouldn't be the knife I'd take with me, okay? But for an EDC knife, especially EDC, in the summer when it's hot and you're wearing lightweight clothing, maybe a pair of those, like, thin shorts or something like that. This is fantastic. I've been doing a lot of mountain biking with my son the last few months, and this is a great knife for that because it just weighs nothing. And of course, at least for me, when I'm mountain biking, I'm usually wearing the lightest stuff I can put on. So really, really good option for any time where you're, doing some outdoor activities where weight matters, where you don't want a knife that's really going to be noticeable in pocket. This is a really, really good option. Okay, so first impressions, obviously very, very impressed. In fact, as I said, I can't think of the last time, at least recently, over the last 5 years or so, I have not been this impressed by a Kershaw knife. They've done a really, really good thing here. Pretty easily. There's one other Kershaw that I'm kind of interested in checking out, but I don't know if anything is going to come close to being as impressive from their lineup as this. In fact, this is one of the few times I would say a U.S. company has done something that can get close to what the overseas producer are doing. Like, the action on this is as good as any Civivi or Bestech or anything. It's fantastic. It really, really is great. So I will actually wait. I've got some Civivis coming for review, and I think I'll probably do like a head-to-head comparison because this is doing some really, really nice stuff. And so very impressed with the Kershaw Tumbler initially. Now, I will carry it and use it and put some time into this knife so that if there's something crazy that develops over time where I suddenly begin to hate it, I'll have that experience to share with you in a full review coming up in the next few months. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Go pick one of these up at White Mountain Knives. You can use my discount code to save yourself 10% off. Again, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.